Today, city and county leaders discuss the future of Columbus, and the work they are doing goes beyond Central Ohio.
What's happening on the federal level can have a significant impact on what's being done locally. NBC4's Jackie Gillis has the story.
The Funding Review Advisory Committee actually began in 2011, a few years after the 2008 recession. Since then, we faced a global pandemic and even more recently, new federal cuts that impact local organizations.
We are a very different community today than we were just 15 years ago. Our growth is creating new needs, new challenges.
This committee is tasked with making sure tax dollars are used to make the city thrive. But as Mayor Andrew Ginther said during today's meeting, Columbus is facing new challenges. Ginther pointed to the fact that they recently had to let go 11 Columbus public health employees due to a federal funding pause, just as the state is seeing a growing measles outbreak.
Half of Columbus Public Health's funding comes from federal grants that could be in jeopardy. I'm also concerned that our $7.5 million in federal community development block grants may be on the chopping block as well. $22 million comes into our Department of Development every year from the federal government.
The mayor also pointed out that just today, the U.S. House passed a blueprint resolution backed by President Trump that would lead to reduced spending over the next 10 years. After this passed, House Speaker Mike Johnson said, quote, "Our first big, beautiful reconciliation package here involves a number of commitments, and one of those is that we are committed to finding at least $1.5 trillion in savings for the American people while also preserving our essential programs." The local committee co-chair, Sandy Doyle-Ahern, says while this committee didn't form because of the new administration, new federal policies may impact the work.
Obviously, that there's a lot of concern about money that is no longer available or may not be available in the future, so we've got to take that into consideration and not work in a vacuum.
The committee is made up of people who are involved in the cultural arts, travel, and tourism sectors. Over the next 9 months, the group will hear from different community leaders across the region, but those I spoke with said nothing is off the table in our fast-growing community.
We think about these big issues. We're thinking about homelessness. We're thinking about our social service agencies. So how do we keep food on the tables? How do we keep roofs over heads? How do we make sure that we have a thriving arts community? How do we have a thriving tourism community that funds a lot of this work? How do we make sure that our young people, our babies, are educated?
A lot of conversations are going to be had over the next 9 months, but committee members say they really want the community to be involved in this process. The committee meets again in May. Local for you, I'm Jackie Gillis, NBC4.